Okay, we're good to go. I'm going to mute myself and stop the video, but I'll be looking for people who need in.
Please mute yourself. If you feel guided to do anything on your own, just go ahead, feel free to do it. So I'm ready. Jesus will be working through my hands for Reiki. We're going to begin to work with our breathing. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. We are all gathered here with this intention to receive these activation, healings, and energies, and to become a vessel of a spirit. We are here with this intention to integrate these new energies and light codes, and to help to anchor and prepare the energies for September 21st, where new energies will be entering the earth. So we're going to expand and visualize inside of you, come inside of your body, and you're going to visualize this corridor, this tunnel that I showed yesterday on a picture, and we have the dragons here. The dragons are helping us to clear our earth chakra so we can ground these energies. So you might feel the fire of the dragons at this moment. They are clearing your earth star chakra. They are burning. They are really working very deep on a deep level on us. And I'm seeing that the ascended masters and the goddesses, they are riding their own dragons. So they are working this, and you might feel a lot of energy going through all of your body, all of your chakras center. Now visualize this tunnel, this, I think it's named wormhole in English. Visualize inside of you, because it's very wide on the crown chakra, but also on the earth chakra. So the energies can come through and get anchored in the earth. Aya takara si hamana I takaru kokia takatamini akaru turksi aki ane da tukura minika takia seria pia kanata kokia tenia karaka sugonia takai. And I'm seeing in our feet, in the bottoms of our feet, I'm seeing like the cove of Archangel Metatron, and Ashtar is really working with this blue energy. He's working on our root chakras and on our earth chakra. He's really making sure that all of us, we are prepared for this, and we are anchoring, and we are very strong. And you might see us, and I see us, all of us, as pillar of light. So you might see also in your body now that all of our human vessel, like you'll see the codes, the light codes going through all of our body. So we We are receiving like a calibration now, so we can receive all of these energies. I'm going to help with the light language. Tarakasa manaka ukarataki ama ahaya ne teke arakutukutu suramenya. Toraki mini eti araka mana tokoro sumane kia terayako. Koro kuti mini ataki arakano. Toro ke mini aku ata karakane me tiki arako kone atakaro to ukatane atoko sokoramanya. Tora kamane akate ora kate peniki arakoto manaka koro to kone kate asukora nakate iane ke akatoro kane ataka. So we are doing our sacred connection with our dragons. Connect with your dragon. Feel your connection. You might feel your connection in a specific area of your body. So I'm seeing a lot of light at this moment. There's huge light coming down. Yes, this is a big mission. And we are ready for this, to bring these energies. We are more ready of what we believe we are. We are surrounded in love. And I'm seeing Mary Magdalene with a group of members of Sisterhood of the Rose. They are working with us now, balancing our female energies and our male energies. And I see a merge of our two energies. So we are balanced, we are clear, we put our ego mind aside, and we completely let go of everything. We are here in the present moment. We are here in the present moment. We are here in the present moment. Ear chakras now, throat chakra, third eye, and crown chakra. And we have Maître Saint Germain. He's working with the violet flame now. To visualize yourself surrounded by the violet flame, and the violet flame is under our feet in our earth chakra. We are also members of the Violet Flame Order. As we are here transmuting denser energies, we're going to transmute this into love, pure unconditional love. We are ready? So now what I'm seeing is a lot of sacred geometry in our physical vessels. They are really working on us. Now bring to your mind that situation that you have, whether it's a physical condition, a mental condition, an energetic condition, whatever it is, whatever situation that you're having, that you see it as a problem, where you feel that you need help, where you need clarity. Okay, so I'm gonna clear now. There are certain implants and things that I have to clear. I'm gonna clear now. Takribi akurusumini aktuki abriotekina matukura hakunya tukuria tasia takotenya. Barakaninya itikuriman atupiti anitakuya surukania aturuku ya suriataka. And I bring divine love, and I bring unconditional love. And this light of love inside of me, shine in this love, this unconditional love to myself and others, those who are ready to receive this unconditional love. And we are transmuting everything that is no longer serving us. We are transmuting everything into light and love. Light and love. Any discordant energy situation is being transmuted in our life. So Shiva is going to work with our third eye now. So we might have a different vision of our situation and the global situation. So the dragons are going to blow at the same time through our ears. So all of the lies and all of the things that we have heard, overheard, or we are seeing, these are clear out of our minds, our bodies, as we don't fall into those false information, and we see clearly the reality and the power of God, the hand of God in action. And as there is clearance and much love coming through, okay, so I'm seeing some specific members that are here in this meeting that we are working on this. So put your hands in position to send energy, and send the energy, whatever you see on your mind, send it. Pa iara tua, makaraya teto so, barininia tua akiato mana, bahara mania nia tua akore minia takaya, toro osumania taka ua maa ia taku uata, sister. I bring you love and support in this huge work of transmutation that you are doing. You have been granted with this mission because your soul is powerful enough and have the love that it requires to transmute what you are transmuting now. Your work is sacred. So ara maato ko orata ai mai atau kusumi ani aku akara ma onko to usuma hakuriata da ai an oku amena ko otoro ko simini ataka to ora kana batu otake simini oku te araku dari atono aku saha ni aku hana ayata ko. So I'm being shown the image of this image is on the Bible and describe the dream that I think is Daniel, who has this vision of the king, that it was gold on the top, then it was silver, copper, and then iron, and then the feet were made of mud. It was pottery. So I'm seeing this huge mass, like a huge circumference of very strong that is coming from heaven. This is coming from God. So God is hitting the base of this, and the structure, the whole king comes down and break into pieces, because this is the law of God. This is the law of God. This is the work of God. And there is no man that can come and rule. Governments are allowed for a certain period of time, but the kingdom of God will replace all governments. And now I'm seeing Archangel Michael with his sword of truth, and that sword is coming from inside of our body, from our throat chakra. and visualize these blue crystals, blue sapphires, and diamonds. And we have Archangel Gabriel coming in with his diamond ray and clearing. Ooh, 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 ooh. And now we have Gaia and Kuan Yin. Ay, Asurahama, ay. We are here, beloveds, with our dragons, and the dragon air are clearing and blowing all obstacles, internal obstacles, but also external obstacles. Now, think of yourself with pride and joy. Concentrate in all of the good things you are doing and how much you have grown in this last few months. See the beauty in you. See yourself as this powerful being that you are. I am here with you, every one of you, as I am an aspect of the Divine Mother. I'm bringing these energies. We are clearing the waters, the internal waters and the external waters with this new code. And it's going very well and fast, faster of what you might think. Trust and put the intention to clear the waters and call me. I will be there to help you to clear your internal waters. Now I invite you to come to my water. Let's get inside of water. And receive this healing with crystals and pearls. And I am surrounding you with my pearls of wisdom and compassion. I am also giving you the violet flame. Your hands are being worked on, so you can send this violet flame through your hands too, and through all of your body. You are doing very well. Now I'm seeing Babaji that wants to come through. He's giving me a vision of wave. I am seeing a contrast. It looks like a wave. Whatever vision you are receiving or feeling is the right vision for you. So he's showing me this wave. What I'm seeing is red wave, but in the back, there is nothingness. Everything is dark because that's the womb of the mother, creation. So they are working with our earth chakra and our root chakras, so we can anchor our higher self. Okay, I'm attuning to Babaji's energies. I feel it very strong on my neck, on my throat chakra. Dear beloveds, I am here with you. You are all masters. You have ascended into a new version of you, a higher version of you. You have gone through many trials and tribulations, but you have succeeded. And it's in those experiences that you get strong to the point where you are today, ready to bring humanity to a new reality. And I am here to guide you to grow through this tunnel along with my brother Jesus, also known as Jeshua, also known as Sananda. So visualize that we as a group, we are all coming together and we're going to go through this tunnel with assurance that you are protected and that you are aiming and visualize a line coming through your third eye. And we have these centers with us. So I'm seeing the centers, half horses, half human, and they have bows and arrows, and they are pointing. So I see that we are in this tunnel of light. We are in the bottom and we're gonna go up through this tunnel and visualize up in the top is golden. So in the bottom is blue and in the top is golden. And we are all together forming this human, like a ship. All of us together we become one, like a big Merkaba. And we are now visualize us going through this, going up. Jesus is here, Babaji is here, and visualize the arrows going up. We are opening, expand and opening. Takao Maya. Baakni Mahayato. Baakni Ayataki Aura Mahayato. Oxia en Atur Okemia. Ara Akdina Aomi oh Atorni I Utoku over Anni Eto Os Ahanum I oh. Taita me akora ania tuku oksihe anu uti ir akuni aksaya. Maraknaya to oksi mi ayan ura tini ayo taku soro min ini akta kusia. We are moving timelines, and we have Quetzalcoatl, and he's saying that we are putting the right time and order. And he's showing me number 13. And I'm seeing the galactics, they are helping us with the crystals, and I'm seeing the activation, huge activation of crystals. So we are connected, and crystals are really helping us, and you might have sensations on your body. Me, I'm feeling just wet everywhere. Oh, wow, Coco, so now every one of us is gonna go and do whatever you feel guided to do. I'm just gonna do my own thing, and you do your own thing while you are guided. Trust, you are a master. You are a master. Trust in your mission and what you are doing. Ora pakani to te me ne toko a bak to me atuka in atume aku tak ne o ka atakan atuka bak na tikya o katika takan atuko ma taku batikya o batuko o ma ne ka ituko akna me tuko kukane to kekine tataka Baktuko nemako tuku kutamaka tukakane tuko bakane tuk baha tu haku tuk ata. And we are clearing layers and layers of genetic manipulation. Sahabaharo ukmatuku to surha mari uhato o asi mi aku toko aku turusini ayaku nakina takuko tosia, bringing down this divine blueprint, the divine blueprint, and overriding all programs of transmutation of genetic tempering. We are clearing all genetic tempering. We are clearing all of this. We are bringing this sacred, divine blueprint, the divine blueprint activated. Watoko pakto simi ha uta uha namate aktoho hone aku pasi aku tuto kametuka ni to ko ibina ko sia ma uwa menehiato. So I am writing na hotoko uta to sia tataki bar to ma aku kasi to mai takya mana uro to I'm writing in this blueprint. And who goes for new humanity. So what I'm hearing is for us to understand that we are the way showers. Regardless of what is happening in this outside reality, for us is different energetically. We are having a different experience. And we will experience in advance what others will experience in years to come. We are here to have these experiences because when we sign up our contract, we sign up for these experiences. So do not dismay when you see or you heard stories or things that are going on. Don't connect with that energy. Go within with your inner knowing and remembering and knowing that you are being guided and you are going through this special corridor to go to that special higher place. And even though your physical body is still here present, because that's what you contracted for too, you will see how things will shift and will accommodate in a way that you will flow through obstacles. You will always find your way up. And while doing so with grace, you are shedding your light and helping others with grace. So unless you give your power away to all the negativity and the problems, unless you give your power away, you will be able to connect with your higher self, to embody your higher self. Now, you're not alone in this journey. We are here, helping you, bringing these energies to you. Use your voice, as we cannot do things for you if you don't ask. So that is why it's so important to use your voice, whether you say it out loud or you write it down on a paper. But communicate loud and clear with us and ask. And you don't have to know everything, but ask for help. And we will come and help you there where you're at. The more you go within, the more you open yourself, the more you will receive. But you have to open yourself. And some of you, all of you, of course, all of you, but we are also talking about the collective. That is why we're saying some of you. You have very important missions. Very important missions. In order to succeed at your mission, you have to be grounded. You have to be centered. You have to be strong, but it's strong in the mind. Not hearing that illusion that is going around you. And now I'm having this vision of, the chickens without heads going around. We are not like that. And we can have moments that rise up. Rise up. Rise up. And I'm seeing this Asian, I don't know how to pronounce, but it's an Asian figure, like a big master. It is not Buddha, but you got the image of what I'm seeing. And this being is helping us to feel grounded. And you might feel now his energy is very grounding. Like I feel like I'm actually being pulled down. Yes, and Gaia is here with this energy because she wants us, the star seeds, to feel safe here on Gaia. We want to feel rooted so we can bring these energies and anchor them. And we have the support of the trees. And I'm seeing the horses, the spirit of the horse. And bring the horse, and we're going to connect with horses now. And we have the horses, and we have the centaurs. We are working together in team. And I'm seeing many beings that are also here, that are not physical with us, but their higher self, higher soul is here helping us. We have a lot of blue avians with us. A lot of blue avians. Some of them are well known to us, like Sina. Yeah, cool. And we are connecting with the birds and all of the Asian wisdom that they have and are bringing to us. And every bird has an energy, and we know there are some bird lovers here. We know you. We know how much you like to communicate with us. And I see an Odin that he has his hand over my shoulder, and he has his beautiful ravens with him. I'm seeing also Pallas Athena with her beautiful bird, and Horus also. My father Ra, the Blue Avians, Isis. I'm seeing the Ankh as we are anchoring. Oh, I don't know what visualize the light codes. How is grounding on the earth. I'm seeing it like the earth divided into two, and I saw like a huge splash of light. Yeah. Yes. Very well done. Very well done. Good work. Those are the words coming from Ashtar, and Jesus is applauding us. They are all applauding us. Very well done. Very well done. Success. Very well done. Yes. So we are ready to come back to our present moment. Follow your own rhythm and begin to come back here and now. You can breathe, work on your breathing just to come back if you feel guided. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So that felt very, very grounding, but there were a lot of energies. I saw a lot of light. it felt very galactic, honestly. It was really, we were really bringing down these energies, and it was very powerful, very different. The energy, very different from all the previous gathering that we have had before. So if any of you would like to share something, you can share. If you don't feel like sharing, you feel like just relaxing and just enjoying a couple of minutes, because the energies are still, I can feel it, we are still grounding. So just by us being here together, supporting each other with our love, we are just helping this. But it felt, yeah. But we did something very big, very important. This just wide up. And I don't want to mention any names, but I did so some of you. The things that you're doing, I'm just grateful for the big work you are all doing. Like, you are very strong light. You are bringing so much. You are doing so much for humanity. So I am just honored to work with you, to walk this path with you. I feel blessed. I feel honored. And please give yourself credit for everything that you're doing, because it's great. It's fantastic. I hope that you guys were able to see yourself, your auras, your power, your divinity. It was just fantastic. We have grown a lot. We have really, we are not the same anymore. Just open and recognize that you are not the same anymore. It's a new version of you, trusting and asking for help. So that vision of the, and I don't know if any of you know of this, if you can, I think it was Daniel who received that prophecy, that image of the king that, you know, it was distraught and all of that. So Jesus is giving me a lot of prophecies, because I make part of it, but he's showing me a lot of prophecies on how this is actually playing out. And do not believe, don't fall in the energies that are outside what is happening. Just connect, because it doesn't mean because something is happening outside that we're going to go through that. We are not going to experience that. We're not here to experience certain things that the collective is experiences, because they haven't done the work. We did the work. We are different. We are different because we chose to be different, because we did the work. That is what it makes us different. So trust in that. If any of you want to share something, please just unmute yourself.
Hi, Damaris.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you very much. I love you. I've never really touched base with you personally, but I've long suspected you're an angel, and now it's confirmed. So brilliant. Right. So what got to me there? Well, a lot of it did. I got sort of God bumps, if you like, a few times. But you know, when we was going up the tunnel and you got the two that were the centaurs and they were firing the arrows, and then you did the light language, something really got me there. I almost felt a bit, I was like happy and strong, but like tearful as well. It was a bit weird. So I just thought I'd share that. That was got to me a bit there for some reason.
It's amazing. Centaurs, they were amazing. They were really shooting the arrows, and the arrows were like phew, 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 like lights. And we were going up, and I felt, and even saw myself they're still working a lot, and I see my ears are like, there's a lot of sound in my ears now. Not sound, but pressure. So I even saw myself dancing. I'm going dancing up, like, you know,
Wow.
bringing these shamanic energies, bringing all this light we have so much people around us that it's impossible to name them, and it's impossible to connect with everything. It was just huge. And I also saw ourselves as lights and coming together and going through. But again, the blue light was so present. And then the females, they were there too, but they were kind of, I felt like the blue light was very, very strong. So if any of you have anything that you felt or any comes to your mind, please do share. I'm a doer, I'm not a thinker. I don't think much. I do things and I see things, but I don't, I don't think much. So if anything comes to your mind, just please do share.
I was a bit gutted when I actually cut out of it at one point, and it always happens to me. I was so disappointed, but I carried on meditating even when I was cut out. But it was so strong for me. It was so powerful, the energy. It was so blue and so clear. And so it felt like the best internal cleansing I've ever had, like inside. And when I put my hand out, it felt like I felt a pressure on my hand, like somebody was holding my hand. And then, but when I cut out, do you think I still managed, or was I still there?
Yeah, of course you were there. Of course you got cut out because you have to be cut out in order to do that. It happens. It's totally normal. It's possible. It's not negative. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll say something about that because I normally try to keep my eyes open so I can monitor what was happening. And I had my eyes closed at one point, and I realized that, and I was going to apologize to Manjeet and Olga because they were waiting to get back emitted. And so I think that did happen on purpose, Manjeet, so that you could do your own work, is what it sounds like. And when you said, I was sending energy, a lot of the violet flame, and same thing, I could feel a pressure on my hands at that point. I'm getting so many chills, but the energy, Damaris, hi, Lynn Quinn. The energy was out of this world. I got so many chills. I got tears several times. It was amazing. That's what I have to say. And then I'll let other people say whatever they need to.
It was very galactic for sure. What I connected was really galactic. Like they are coming strong. Like it's like, ooh, we're here. Like, no. And I just, I didn't have any preconceived idea of anything. And I work so much. Whenever we have a session, I work for days and hours before the session. So I'm awake since 6 a.m. working, preparing myself to be here with you. And it was really galactic. Everything was galactic. But I didn't have anything in mind, like no preconceived ideas, no nothing. But what I got, and this is my own interpretation, is intervention, is that divine intervention. And God is coming and is, that image that represents governments out of the way.
Yes, I love that part, by the way. And back to Kevin's point too, with the centaurs, all I could think of is the astrological sign Sagittarius, where you're shooting the arrow to the direction you want to go. It's very specific, the target, the arrows. And of course, in the genetic manipulation, we're in the middle of all of that. And of course, Sophia code is, perfect, because that is all about our divine genome. And we're, obviously turning more crystalline. And also I would say about, going through the tunnel, again, this was the dragons and what you had already said with the tunnel and going from the blue energies to the golden. I was more focused on the golden for some reason. And it made me think, Damaris, of what I channeled from source about the gold medal and see golden energies everywhere. Remember that?
Yeah. I think the blue represented like what we are leaving behind, and the gold is like the new era. That's what and I also connect a lot with this gold. I was looking up and all it happens to me the same. All I was seeing was gold.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to post my message now that we had this session, because you know me, I usually, don't post a lot of that, but I will, because I thought it goes perfectly well with this message we were receiving with how we're moving from the blue, like you said, to the gold.
Anyone else wants to share before we close? Feel free.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'd like to say I love the way you summarized at the end that we're not here to experience what the collective is, and that tunnel and the way and Kevin and Karen have talked about it. So I won't repeat what they said, but for me, it's like a new route to stay above the battleground. It's like a turbo jet there, and with the gold, and just like get out of there, get out of the muck, and be above the battleground, because we have so much help and support, as you say, galactic, angelic, ascended masters, people you can't even begin to name. There's so many, and why stay in the muck? And this is like a new fast track out of there, out of the muck. Like so, of the battleground, it's a new interpretation for me. Very strong and grounded one too, because the grounding aspect I really appreciated as well.
Yeah. So I just want to acknowledge those who are leaving messages, like Ariel Haller. She's forgive me, I didn't pronounce your name. She started doing the work about 2 hours before we start with the session. She was with arms suspended in space and body lifted in lightness, gold light, and really connected to universal love for all. All of the higher beings were there with her, all of them. So there you go. I know we are so connected. Perhaps some of you are aware, some less, but in our mighty networks, all of us, we are extremely connected. Even though when our physical vessels are not connected, our higher self are connected. And very early in the morning, sometimes what happened to me is that I talk with all of you, and it's back and forth. It's not me just talking to you. You reply me back. And sometimes you ask me things, or you tell me, you exchange information. And I know who I'm talking with, because I hear it clearly with the voice. Is this person, is that person, is this, is that. And I know when there is something in your life and that I need to know, I immediately know. When there's something going on, I immediately know. And I feel it, and I send energy to you. So it's very special. We are very present in each other's life.
Damaris, that's what I wanted to say, that this group is just, there's some connection here. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's galactic. And I also wanted to tell you that they were working with me in the night. I was in that tunnel last night, and I woke up this morning having a dream about it. So they pre-prepared me, and probably all of you, I don't know if you consciously know or not, but they were already working with us. So much of it was just, they're getting us ready for whatever. What do you know about the energy coming in on the 21st? Can you tell us more about
what I know, what I feel, what my intuition is telling me? Well, it's the equinox, but what the Creator has been telling us is that the month of September is a huge month on planet Earth, because the light and the dark is like a decisive moment. I don't know exactly what is going to happen, but what I've been seeing a lot is a lot of golden light and a lot of like a huge light. And the other night, this week, I believe, beginning of the week, there's different, as you know, there are different stages of the sleep. And I was in that state where I was profoundly asleep, okay? Profound, there was nothing, profound. And I woke up because I saw a huge light, flashlight, and it woke me up. And I opened my eyes and everything was dark in my room. And I shut my eyes and I went to sleep right away. So the light, what I'm getting is this activation of the crystals on the planet, because they are going to receive that light. But to me, what it seems, I'm not saying that this is true. This is my own interpretation. What I'm seeing is like a flashlight that is gonna bring a lot of things. And also I saw the split, and I know that I really saw the split, and I know that oh my god, Dolores Cameron, she talked a lot about the split. I don't know if this split is really actually happened, like in the material world, or it's just energetically, I don't know, but I saw the split too. That's what I've been seeing. And the other day also, I walk in the night and I saw like there was something here, and I thought, oh, I have something hanging onto my hair. I continued walking, and when I was just coming back home, just really few, I was just here, and then I saw this, like I thought I think I went through a spider web, and there's something hanging on my hair, because I could see a light, and I thought it's the reflex of the light on the web. And then I tried to get it off, and nothing, there was nothing. And I thought, oh, might be a white hair that is wild. And I tried and nothing. And then I realized it's not a white hair. It was light. I was seeing it with my physical eyes. In this side, in the left side, facing my temple here, there was a beam of light going like this, and it was a second one, 1 inch above. They were parallel, very, they didn't touch, parallel, but I could see them clearly. And as you know, the brain, what does the brain does? What the brain says, oh, you're seeing something is there. So what I tried to do, I tried to catch it with my hand. But when I tried to touch it with my hand went through. And there was nothing, but I still could see the light and nothing there. Like I'm trying to grab the light and there's nothing. So I'm seeing physically. It's not only third eye, with my eyes. What do you think it means? There must be something happening. They don't tell us what it is, because then the human mind is gonna go crazy, and we're gonna put scenarios, and then we're gonna be waiting. I'm not waiting for anything. Don't wait for anything. Just be you. Just be on your heart. And that's it. That's the only thing you have to do.
I do think there's something happening with the light. Because when you brought up the flashlight, it made me think of several days ago how I think I shared with you, Damaris, I had a prompting to open up my eyes. It was around 3 a.m. or something. And right in front of me in the distance, it looked like a starlight, you know, with the points and stars like radiating, like you picture a star in the night, only right in front of you. And it didn't go away. It was there in probably about 15 seconds or so. And I was rubbing my eyes and I looked, and it was there, and it had depth. It's like I could have walked through it. It was pretty amazing. And there was movement in my bedroom, forms quickly left to right, but it was pitch dark in my room except for the light from my digital clock. But I could tell the forms were moving, and they reminded me of forms that had shape, like some type of human form. And they were, you know, purple and dark blue, because the room was dark, and the only thing lighting up was that, oh, now things are cracking over here. I must be sharing something they want me to share. But the bright light was there. But I think, and that was very unusual. And I asked it who it was. And after asking for protection from Archangel Michael, I immediately, you know, I wasn't afraid. I asked for protection. I invited them in. I said, come in, you know, I know you're here for my best and highest good, come in. So there's something happening, I think, with many of us, because I'd never had an experience like that before. that was the first time I'd ever had anything along that, other than the little peripheral flashes of light that go off, or, you know, you look out and you can see light or air moving. But that was then. But in terms of even over the past week, it was very similar. My symbol of today was spirals.
Spiral. Oh yeah, me too. I have
Everything I was seeing was spirals. Like when the dragons came, they miniaturized, but they kept working in spirals in and of. And when we were told to send out our energy, it's just like at that moment, I really stood into my power. I got strong and erect and my hands went out. And again, what went out were spirals of pink energy that I recognized as being the plasma of pure love, just sending it out to everybody. And it just went out and just flooded. I mean, but it was strong and it was pink. But I think at the very end, Archangel Michael came and stood next to me, and he was saying, my wings have been back there for too long, that I really needed to spread them. And every time I'd spread them, he'd go further, 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 so that, you know, and then use them and go and spread. But the spiral for me was the thing of the day. Everything was in spirals, all the cleaning. It's just, that was it for me today.
Yeah, I saw myself as a spiral, not today, but a few days ago. And I have spiral earrings. And that day I wear my spiral earrings. And what they said is that that was my symbol. I am a spiral because I'm always ascending. I'm getting wider. I'm always expanding. So it's a constant expansion. So we are helping with this spiraling energies. So it is just amazing. I have to go, my dear friends. It's 11. So I just want to say thank you again for all of your love, support, everything you share. It's just wonderful. Even those who didn't share anything, I'm grateful. I know everyone has their own experience. And I love you so, so, so much. So I love you. Have a blessed day, and to the next one.
Love and light.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Karen, just don't log out yet, okay? Because you have to do the switch, I believe. You are on mute, Karen.
Okay, you should be good to go.
Okay.
So you're back to the host.